Industry is booming around the Great Lakes. Food for the entire nation is produced in the areas surrounding Chicago, and the automobile industry is growing in Detroit. The automobile is opening up new possibilities for transportation. Trucks can deliver large quantities of goods to the most remote corners. The automobile is still the exclusive pleasure of the affluent, but it could soon become a mass-produced commodity and revolutionize the entire transport industry. It is the year 1909, and there's not much to complain about here in the Midwest. There's a spirit of optimism. Completely new production methods are opening up new possibilities and business opportunities. A stake in the automobile industry. Now that would be an interesting investment. Our friend William Durant is planning something big, and we could get on board. We still lack the necessary capital, but in just a couple of years, we will also be profiting from the auto business. The automobile business is the market of the future. We should invest in it. But first, we're going to need a tidy sum of seed capital. This is easiest earned satisfying the most mundane of human needs, food and drink. The people are hungry for meat, and the transport of animals for slaughter is lucrative, so long as this bloody business doesn't give you the heebie-jeebies. Nowhere on earth is more meat prepared than in the Union stockyards of Chicago. The pigs enter at the front, and the cans exit at the back. A model example of rationality.
All right. Strap on your iron stomachs because we've got some dirty work to do. Welcome to Total Corruption Gaming with your host Eric Talent87 to JJ McGillicutty's Transporting Tycoon Empire, where the only thing better than money is more money. We begin our scenario with the goal of transporting 100 livestock from both of these farms. Now, we're going to transport grain and livestock for two reasons. One, because I believe the food processor plant needs both to produce food, and two, because it's twice the product. And at the beginning of the game, these things move rather slow. All right, so our primary goal is going to be the commercial district of Chicago. We will also attempt to get to the commercial district of Detroit and Indianapolis at the same time. So here we go. That's how we can get a bigger road in here. So we're going to try and get as large a road as we can. We're not really that worried about the speed of the road at this point. The main concern for us is the lanes. So we try and go with the 4 lanes because these trucks it gets kind of crowded with the trucks. Okay, wait. Before we do this, let's make sure we can cram in. Let's see how big this is. Okay, not quite. So we need to take the road down this way pretty quickly. Okay. Okay, so we're building a nice thoroughway here so we can get into the city fairly unhindered. If you don't stake your claim here in the city right away, the city will build up on your roads and stuff, so it's important to grab all the land you can, because after a while they will build on it, and then you'll have to bulldoze the buildings and pay a rather large sum of money to do so. Okay, we got that station. This will give us access to some other districts over here. All right. Very good, very good. Kind of half tempted. I don't think these will absorb very much. All right. So there we go. We just need 3 lines into Chicago. That's actually pretty good coverage. Wow. So the only buildings we don't get are these. That's really good. Okay. So we're going to use multiple lines per terminal. This seems to keep down the clutter and allow the terminals to dispense goods and load the trucks and dispense the trucks more efficiently than if all the trucks were on one line. So we'll put 3 lines from this terminal into Chicago, and that way there's actually 3 different ports that trucks can all dock at, so that's really good. Okay, what am I thinking? What am I... Come around here. Just leave room for, always leave room for expansion, just an old habit. And come in like this. Okay. Alrighty. So we're going to use the trucks to transport the canned food, the cans that come out of the back, from the food processing plant into Chicago. We're going to use a train to transport from the farm to the food processor. And I'm going to use one train to get both farms. And we'll show you how you'll see how that's done. So let's go. We're going to get the long connection. We're going to say no to the cantery. In this case, I think we can. I usually put a street connection. It's not that much more money, and it tends to be more helpful than it is to be of a hindrance. Sometimes it doesn't fit, and if it doesn't fit, we just won't use it this time. So we're trying to get this done without having to bulldoze any fields. And this will work. So can we get it a little more like that? Ah! Don't let this happen to you, folks. I don't know how many times that has happened to me yet. Okay, make sure it's a cargo terminal. I need to have a word with my procurement team. Okay. There we go. Cargo terminal. Woo! Okay. So we'll get two bays. Same thing, no cantery, 320 meters, because eventually we hope to have a long train. That's what we hope. Okay, so, and we put it about, halfway, facing halfway between the 2 farms, so something like this. Okay. Pretty easy. There we go. You can just build it in one fell swoop. Ah, no to the cantery. That costs money right now. And we are pinching pennies. Oh, wait. We better get that. Better get that other bay. So I can't figure out how to get a bay in here without bulldozing the road. So away the road goes. Get the cargo freight. Make it 1 platform, 320 meters long. Like that. There we go. Okay, no to the cantery. go. And there we go. Okay. Yeehaw. Let's see here. Okay, so we sneak a country road. Leave room for it to expand later on, if you can. So that doesn't work. Maybe like that. That works a little better. Okay, we'll take it. Just a couple K lost. Okay, and we're going to connect it down to this road. Oops. Okay. There we are. And then, whoops, let's try this again. No, not that way. There we go. And then we'll bring it on into that road. There we go. So, we'll put a dock here. This gives us pretty good coverage of the commercial district at a low price. So these are the buildings you really want to go for, but we just don't seem to have an opening anywhere. And that's the best we can do for now. So that's pretty good. So we want the best coverage at the lowest price. So let's see. I think we'll... There we go, just a little bit. Oops. Let's do that. Like that. There we go. Okay, so that was a little more expensive, but it got us excellent coverage of the commercial district there. Okay. Train depot. Make it to where we can purchase our train depot. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to set up some lines. So this is kind of like a little bit tedious. But if you set them up right, it really pays off in the long run. So load if available. Then we go back to Chicago branch. And then back to here. Load if available. So this is our farm to food train. It's the food train. Okay, so we got that set up. Oh, we forgot our... Let's see, can we get one of the... Yes, we certainly can. Okay, yeehaw, yeehaw. There we are. Make sure we're still recording. Okay, there we go. For our terminal, our truck terminal there. There we go. Squeeze it in where it's pretty cheap. Put one more over here because by the time you pay all the maintenance for the trucks to get over to the other one, you could have bought it. You could have bought this again. So. Okay, so new line. So we definitely need to go from here into Chicago. So this will be food to the Chicago market. Okay, good. And we're going to use multiple lines here because it seems to be more efficient. So we'll go here and we'll send one line down to here. That way we cover more of Chicago. Food to Chicago Market Far. The new line from here to here. Food to Chicago Market 02. All right, so those are set up. Now we need to set up a few lines out here. Because if we don't set this line up, the train won't be able to bring food down here, and it'll make a little money on this trip both ways. So that's important, especially during the beginning of the game. So let's set up some lines here. Okay, load if available to here. So this is food to Indy Market. New line from here to here. Well, and this will be food to Detroit Market 01. There we go. So now, let's get our train going. Gonna get our Atlanta locomotive, or Atlantic locomotive. We're gonna get 4 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. This really stings. Going to give it our nice bumblebee color. And we are going to send it on its merry way. Now we can begin the scenario. So here we go. Alright, so now we just need to wait for there to be enough goods to start filling up our train. So these farms take a while to start up. They will just have very few goods, and they take a long time to put them on the station. So it takes a while, and this is why we begin servicing both farms and both sets of goods to help pay for the train. So if you don't get the grain, if you just concentrate on livestock, like with the scenario, you don't make as much money, and it's harder to run the train. So here we go. See, this is just we can hold almost 50 goods of each, 50 tons of each, and we just have barely 20 tons total. So we do both farms at the same time, and we just basically wait around at this point for our first load. Okay, at this point, we're going to send the train back. It only has 40 goods, 40 tons of goods. However, we're not trying to make a profit. We're just trying to check the running costs of the train at this point. So hopefully this will pay back most of the negative balance. And all this time, the other farm has been producing goods as well. So we'll go pick that up and give this farm a chance to fill up at the station. There we are. Okay, so we now have over 30 of both. We're going to turn the train around, help it pay for itself, and we're going to get a few of the other lines running in the meantime. So, here we go. Chicago Market. Chicago Market. And Chicago Market. Let's see, Indy Market and Detroit Market. Let's turn this guy around. Let's turn this guy. Okay. Now we have our lines activated. There we go. We already have some goods on the dock. And now hopefully, yes, food will start accumulating at this train station. So now it will haul the food to this area where the trucks will pick it up and take it down to the respective markets. That way the train actually makes a little bit of money going this way and then on the return trip. So that it is a big plus.
This has been JJ McGillicutty's Transporting Tycoon Empire on Total Corruption Gaming with your host, Eric Talon 87. Join us again next time as JJ McGillicutty shows how an entrepreneur survives the prohibition. See you there.